Okay, quick introduction to the Virtual Safety Advisor. This is a follow-on to the Virtual Security Office, which is for desktops. This is for smartphones, iPhones, Blackberries, and of course Android devices. Simple download, icon appears bottom center there, Virtual Security. We have two versions. One is for North America and the other is for anywhere else in the world, the global version. So quickly pop the thing open and we see the menu. Now if you look at the top, there's an address. That fixed almost immediately. That means the app is ready to go. What this enables us to do is if we have to press the panic button, which at the top is the emergency call, that will go out and it will go out alongside a locate. So let's hit the emergency app, the emergency call. Immediately dials a number. I'm going to hang up because I don't want to bother these guys. But that call can have gone from anywhere in the world if you have the global version. It's a very, very effective tool. Open the app. And what you do is if you're in some form of danger, what you would be doing is you'd be having this thing open, ready to go. So literally, and we've done it from places as far away as China, Afghanistan, Australia, Guatemala recently with a group of charity doctors down there helping the children. Hit the app, opened it, pressed the emergency call, and they were talking to our monitoring folk almost immediately. It's a very, very effective tool. One touch from anywhere in the world. We're unaware of anybody else that does that globally. Health and safety support is the next item. This is a nice little tool. It's done by one of our companies, Lighthouse Support. They maintain this program. It's a list of safety and security protocols. Now, this is something that can be used if an incident occurs, but we recommend that people familiarize themselves with this. They might be sitting at the airport, sitting on a train, sitting on a plane, in the hotel room, and for something to do, they should be reading something like this very quickly. There's nothing worse than being exposed to a dangerous situation that you were unaware of, unfamiliar with, and didn't know how to react. It's those loss of seconds which can often be damaging. There's more behind the program. Quite a lot of protocols. Not going to read them off, not going to go through all of them. Some organizations have their own protocols, many don't. So they can either buy into this generic version or we can actually write their own for them. But we find that human resource, legal, security people are quite happy to take this generic group of protocols. Some companies have different priorities, but in the main, this covers most of the situations. So back to the main app. So that's the health and safety support. Now for travelers, and people are traveling more and more these days, and the world is not getting any safer. So what we've done is we've included the three major countries, Canada, America, United Kingdom's threat assessment services online. These are very good, these are very comprehensive, and they really are the benchmark. There are some people say privately they can provide better services, but generally speaking, the government offers the best advice and a real complete run of different issues that it will help you with. You look at the UK's version, for example. What happens with this when you go online, it'll ask you which country you're going to. Obviously with Afghanistan right at the top there. And the issue is what's going on there, what's the security situation, what are the cultural issues, what are the numbers that I need for the embassy and for various other facilities there. So it's the sort of thing, again, that travelers can browse at their leisure. Little program there for female travelers. Although we're somewhat amused when people talk about how dangerous it is for female travelers, when in actual fact, statistically, men are much more at risk than women are. Women seem to be more prudent, more cautious, and with a little bit of support like this, they can be just as safe, and in fact, they are safer than men. At the bottom, we have a special risk warnings that we put out occasionally if something specific happens. Back to the main menu. This is an interesting item here, the locate yourself and others. Now, strictly speaking, it is just to be able to locate yourself. Press the button and it's located to remember the address at the top of the app. Gives you a very nice Google Earth picture alongside a Google Map picture. Now, this is useful to the traveler. Maybe they get lost in one of these complicated European, Asian, Chinese streets. Well, out for a walk from the hotel. Whoops, lost. Where am I? Just open the app, look at the locate, and you'll find out exactly where you are. From a response standpoint, if we have somebody that's involved in some sort of security incident, it's very, very nice for us to be able to get the locate that's come in with the call, and it can drill right down to the street level. This is these very nice Google Street Views. Now, not everywhere in the world's covered, and in fact, the more dangerous places on the planet, Google hasn't gone rumbling into with their truck. But this is an excellent start point for some form of recovery or support operation. The Google Earth and the Google Street View. Again, this is what the monitoring support people have come into them parallel with the call that comes in once the emergency button is pressed from anywhere in the world again. Back to the locate, and then back to the main menu. When it says locate yourself and others, you know, we hope that everybody that's traveling in that particular party, for example, I think I mentioned that we have a group of dentists down in Guatemala doing some wonderful work with the Guatemalan children whose teeth are rotting out of their heads. Down there helping them. Every one of them's got this app on their phone. One of them bumped into something he didn't particularly like, hit the app, couldn't believe how quickly he was talking to us. And alongside a locate, turned out it was a false alarm, but we don't mind that in the least. The final issue, something again that is basically for browsing, is our security and safety blog. Again, like the safety programs, we like to think that people, well, you look, this is an online cyber scam warning by a professor in the UK. All of the sorts of things that pop up in and around Christmas. There's a number of other facilities there. We talk about proper selection of a hotel in a hostile environment, some form of situation awareness, updating for individuals that may be going somewhere strange. You look at the dreadful situation in the mall in East Africa. What do you do when you go into a location like that? What should you do? How can you avoid getting yourself caught out like so many of those folk did? And that's all the information as you browse through the security safety blog. Something there to interest just about everybody. And the feedback we've got on this is really, really remarkable. People are very happy to have something that they can look at during their travels. So there you have it. This is the Virtual Security Advisor safety tool. Follows on from the Virtual Security Office, which is the desktop application. One easy download. Very, very simple to sign up for it. In-house, build your own, or take into our monitoring facility with our support team. Very cost effective, very comprehensive, and positions the company very well in terms of health and safety. Thank you.